That's a riff on Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday. Not a very good riff, but it still is. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Yes, I am sitting in my closet. You might be wondering, Kim, why are you sitting in your closet talking to us? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm glad you asked. Thanks for asking, everybody. Happy New Year. So today is Sunday, January 3rd. It's hard to keep track of time and dates and such when every day is basically the same. You'll notice that I'm showered, and there's only one reason for that. If I keep going with this on a weekly basis, don't expect this every time, because there's only one reason I showered today, and it's because I didn't shower yesterday. Yeah, you're welcome. I put on makeup because I forgot how, so I thought, why not give it a shot? And I put on a bra because, I also forgot how. So those two things were my gifts to you. Don't expect them every time. Why am I in my closet? I'm going to tell you why. So when the pandemic began, some of you who follow me, you may remember that for about 9 weeks, exactly 9 weeks actually, from Monday through Friday while we were under a stay-at-home order, from Monday through Friday, every single day, I would post what are called top 10 coping quips. And that was a list, top 10 lists of funny, quirky, silly things that, original thoughts from Kim Miles in terms of what she was thinking of in the pandemic, how her brain was working. I'm talking about myself in the third person, which I know that's really annoying. And people really loved it. They loved it. They looked forward to it. And when it ended, some people were really disappointed. So I stopped it when we were able to go outside and socialize again. And now we're back in sort of the doldrums of winter. We're still in this situation. Sadly, certainly more hopeful this time where we have the vaccines coming out. However, I really felt the need to connect with people. I miss people. I miss being in front of my audiences. For those of you who know me, I love to, I love to work a room, girl. I love to work a room. I miss my audiences. I miss, interacting with people. And so I thought, what could I do that's not the same thing as the top 10 coping quips, but what could I do that would allow me to be creative and to communicate with my audience? And I thought, okay, I have an idea. And it came to me last night at 4 a.m, and I'm going to tell you how. So the point of this is that if I can make somebody smile, that I will have succeeded. That's the way that I'm looking at this. If I can make one person smile, then I will have succeeded. So if you enjoy this by the time you look at this whole thing, eventually I think I'm going to try to do this live, but today it's a video just because it's my first time. If you are enjoying this, or if it brought a smile to your face, please drop a smile emoji in the comments. And that's how I know that I am resonating with you all. So this is how this came to me. So my back has been bothering me. I don't really know what's going on, but it's really pissing me off. And last night I had a particularly bad night. Oh, by the way, I was just playing with my earrings. Can we just take 1 second here? I want to tell you what I'm wearing because I love to give props where props are due. So this fabulous sweater, look how cute this sweater is. Little fringes, right? And the fun little panther, leopard, cheetah. I don't know what this is. This is from my lovely friend, Michelle at Recess in Winchester, Massachusetts. And these earrings are from my darling friend, Shawneen Donlin. I was almost going to say Shawneen DeCarlo because we grew up together. We went to elementary school together, and she has a lovely boutique in Winchester as well called Revel. So I'm rocking my Revel and my Recess and feeling pretty smart and good about myself. So shout out to my girls. I'll tag you. Okay, so my back has been bothering me. So last night I couldn't sleep. I was in a lot of pain, and my husband was really like, what is your deal? And I'm like, I'm really in pain. I can't sleep. So what did I do? I picked up my phone, which is probably the worst thing I could have done. But I have been obsessed lately with this particular person on YouTube. So I don't know if any of you know this woman. Her name is Tabitha Brown. And I believe her handle is I am Tabitha. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I discovered her while watching a special on ABC that was like going through like a year in review. And she's a media personality. And she's hilarious. She's from North Carolina. And she's very funny, beautiful woman, very funny. But she exploded on the scene because she recently chose to switch to veganism because of some health issues. So she chose to switch to veganism, and she started to make vegan recipes, like just experiment with vegan recipes and like film herself doing the vegan recipes online and then broadcasting them. And because she's so funny, she kind of exploded, and people now watch her because she's so real and raw, and she's talking about these recipes, and she's hilarious, and she makes me absolutely just smile all the time. Like if I'm sad, I'm like, I'm gonna watch some Tabitha. If I'm cranky, I'm like, I'm gonna watch some Tabitha. She's hilarious. I love her. I love her spirit. She's super real. Anyway, let's just clear up one thing. For those of you who know me, I don't cook. And when I say I don't cook, I mean I don't cook at all. As a matter of fact, cooking gives me anxiety. I hate it. It makes me very anxious. I don't get any enjoyment out of it. And I love my friends who cook. You know who you are, because I don't. And so you always cook for me, and I'm very grateful. This is the extent of my cooking expertise. The other day I had to make simple syrup for a cocktail. Simple syrup, folks, is boiling water and putting sugar in and stirring it. That for me is cooking. So just to give you some context, what we're talking about here, okay? I'm not fooling. No JK, I don't cook. So the fact that, and I'm also not a vegan in any capacity. So the fact that like, I'm not watching Tabitha because I'm interested in veganism or cooking. I watch her because she makes me feel good. So as I was lying there last night at 4 o'clock in the morning and not feeling good, I went to something that makes me feel good, and it's Tabitha Brown. And I thought to myself, well, I like to make people smile and laugh, and I like to make people feel good. So what could I do that maybe could make people feel good? And when I make people feel good, I feel good, and that it's a win-win. You know, you give what you get in the world, so I'm giving it to you, and you give it back to me, and it's a love fest. And I thought it could cheer me up and maybe cheer you up too. So what I thought was, I love shoes, so why not broadcast from inside my closet? I am inside my closet. All my shoes are behind me in this one closet. I have taken over every closet in the house with shoes, and also half my guest room. So let's be clear about that. My husband would tell you that because he's not happy about it. But I thought I would share with you what's going on in my life and my mind. Maybe some of you can relate. And at the end of every broadcast, I will share with you one of my pairs of shoes and the story behind those shoes. Oh my God, genius, right? And some of you are thinking, no, and that's okay, because maybe then you're not my people. But if you are my people, welcome. And so here we are. So I thought I would start today. Again, this is, you know, if I make one person smile, I will have succeeded. So drop a smiley emoji if it's doing it for you. I wanted to start today by sharing something with you that I think is like kind of weird about me. So, you know, why not break the ice that way? Okay. So what I do, this is weird, and I know it's weird, but I do it anyway. And so there. Every New Year's Day, I start and almost complete my taxes. I know, isn't that so weird? I'm a super nerd that way. Here's how it started. So let me just explain to you, because like I don't want you to think like I'm a super nerd. Like nerds are cool, but like, you know, I'm also kind of hip, and like, you know, I'm not like a numbers, you know, I'm not like a, you know, pencil with the visor person or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You're lovely people with the pencil and the visor. But a few years ago, I remember that, you know, forget the pandemic times. Like that's not even like times. I'm talking about like, ooh, I'm sweating in my closet. It's like hot in here. Are you hot? Am I having a hot flash? What's happening? I was bored. It had been time between Christmas and New Year's. And you know that time where you're like, you've eaten all the cookies, you've seen all the people, you've binged all the shows, you've read all the books, you've slept all you can sleep, you ate all you can eat, and you're like, enough already. It's time to get back to a schedule and work even, right? And so I woke up on New Year's Day, and I was like, ugh, I feel like I need to use my brain. I was like, I know, I'll start my taxes. I know, so weird. So every year now, I love New Year's Day. I wake up, I get a cup of coffee, I go to my office downstairs, and I clean my whole office, and I start putting together my spreadsheets, and I have everything all in. I have a system with my accountant, and everything's all arranged and everything. And all I now have to do is wait for my forms, my tax forms that are sent to me through various organizations in the mail, and I'm ready to go. And I gotta say, I'm probably like the first person who files their taxes. I know, super weird, super cray. Tell me if that's super crazy. Tell me what you think about that. Show me some love. Show me how crazy I am. Show me what you do on New Year's Day, right? Or tell me something weird about you, like I just shared weird about me. But I love it, and I do it. And so this year, did I do it? No. Why? Because I was too busy watching Tabitha Brown. I went down a YouTube hole and I can't stop. And she's married to her 8th grade sweetheart, which is so cute. His name is Chance. And they do this thing, Tabitha and Chance, on Fridays. They have a little song and it's so cute. And I'm so thirsty. Yeah, so Tabitha Brown. I went down a show hole and I didn't do my taxes yet. So today I'll probably do my taxes after I do this. But so that's my story about something weird about me. I hope that, certainly we can all get back to a little bit of normalcy now that there's hope on the horizon with the vaccine. I hope that all of you are safe and doing well. And I have a lot of friends right now who are very much affected by COVID. And so my heart goes out to them and I'm trying to be as supportive as possible. It's hard to be supportive when you can't go near them. But, if you have somebody in your life who is really struggling or going through an extra rough time and COVID is making it more challenging for them, reach out to them. They are happy to hear from you. They are grateful, and it makes a difference if they're being thought of. I've been doing a lot of offering of errands or food drop-offs or, trying to just alleviate sort of mundane things that they don't have to worry about. Or even if there's like some phone calls that they need to make, like I can make phone calls for them. I'm just trying to be helpful. So try to be helpful to somebody. Try to help somebody feel a little bit better if they're going through a rough time. Okay, shoe time. News from my shoes. Yeah, this is called News from My Shoes from inside Kim's closet. So eventually it's going to be live from Kim's closet. News from my shoes. And we're going to talk about all sorts of things. But every time I talk to you, I'm going to also share with you a story about one of my pairs of shoes and the story behind them, because they all have a story behind them. Also, something weird about me, I'm sure. When I get dressed in the morning, I don't think about an outfit. I think about the pair of shoes that I want to wear, and then I form the outfit around it. I love shoes. It's all about my brand, Miles and Heels Productions. Go check me out, milesandheels.com, baby, milesandheels.com. My handle's at Kim Miles and Heels. And so shoes. Okay. Today I'm going to kick off the new year with probably one of my most favorite pairs of shoes. They are both sentimental shoes to me, and they are killer. They are gorge. I love them. So let's share the box first. Can you see the insignia? Don't look at my nails because I haven't had manicure in a year. SJP. What does that stand? I feel like Vanna White. What does that stand for? I'll take an S for 100 and a J and a P. That stands for Sarah Jessica Parker, people. SJP, my girl. Sarah Jessica Parker. Sorry, I'm twitching because my back is killing me. Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay, a little bit about me that you may not know. So I lived in my 20s in Manhattan. Best time of my life. So fun. And really, that's when Sex and the City was on for like real. You didn't stream. There was no streaming. There's no computers, kids. That's how far back it goes. There were no computers. There were no cell phones. No cell phones, no computers. There was no technology. There was no streaming. You just had to put a tape in the VCR and press record, and the clock would always blink and make you nuts, and then you'd run home and make sure that your tape wasn't eaten by the VCR. I just dated myself, so if you're younger and you don't understand what I'm talking about, you're lost. Okay, so anyway, I lived in New York when Sex and the City was on television. And I think it was always on HBO. So you had HBO and you watched it every week. And I was like living vicariously, and me and my girlfriends, of course I was Carrie. Of course. Everybody wants to be Carrie, but of course I was Carrie. My New York friends who are going to watch this are going to be like, girl, you're not Carrie. But I was Carrie. And anyway, I have just a huge affinity for Sarah Jessica Parker. I've been a fan of hers since she was in Footloose, the original Footloose, not the remake. Again, I'm aging myself. I appreciate that. But if you don't understand that Sarah Jessica Parker was in Footloose or Square Pegs, go look up Square Pegs, people. Square Pegs or Footloose. Sarah Jessica Parker was in Footloose, and I've loved her forever, right? So she's my girl. Anyway, long story longer. A few years ago, she launched SJP, her footwear, and I've been obsessed with her shoes. They're magnificent. And I've kind of always coveted wanting a pair, but they're very expensive. They're very expensive. And I don't, I love shoes and I wear really beautiful shoes, but I don't, I find good deals, girl. You gotta find the deals. So anyway, I've never really bought any SJPs. And so, it was something that I kind of aspired to. So a few years ago, my friend since I've been 5, one of my besties, she had an opportunity to go listen to Sarah Jessica Parker speak, and she got to meet Sarah Jessica Parker, and she took me along. And it was such a special memory for me. Anywho, I got to meet her, and she talked all about her shoe business, and I learned a lot, and blah, blah, blah. And the next time I went to New York, I treated myself, because I work hard, and I make my money, and I deserve it, frankly. I don't need to justify it, but I am. I treated myself to 2 pairs of SJPs. So I'm going to show you one of the pairs today. And this was a milestone for me. This was a small mortgage payment on a couple pairs of shoes, which is not something I normally do. But I love them. They mean something to me. They are beautiful. They are comfortable. And after meeting her and talking to her and learning about her business and how it came to pass and the lessons that she's learned and how to be an entrepreneur and all the stuff, and being an entrepreneur, again, milesandheels.com, go check me out. It just really resonated with me, and it was very special to me. So, let's see them. Stop talking, Kim. Show us the shoes. Okay, are you ready? Can you dig it? Make sure my fingers are clean. Like in The Lion King, when they hold up Simba, circle of love. I don't even know what that song is. Can you see this? Can you dig it? Okay. These are, I think they're like that satiny, whatever that is, right? That silk chanteuse thing, chanteuse, I don't know what the word is. Pink and red orange. Do you see the two-tone happening here? Beautiful Italian sole, gorgeous leather. Her signature, that's called a goss grain. Somebody tell me what this is called. I think it's called a goss grain or gross grain. No, it's got to be goss grain. That's her signature that goes down the back of every shoe. This is a 4-inch. I think this is a 4-inch heel. Yeah, I think a 5-inch is about there. That's about a 4-inch heel. Believe it or not, I'm more comfortable walking in this than I am in flats. I kind of look like a duck when I walk in flats. Yes, it's true. And for those of you who know me well, you probably are agreeing right now. My back, which is probably why my back hurts, not because of the heels. I feel better when I'm in the heels than when I'm out of them. So these are these are right up there with some of probably my favorite pair of shoes right now. They're very comfortable. I'm not sponsored by Sarah Jessica Parker Shoes SJP collection, but if you'd like to do a collab, call me Sarah Jessica. I'm ready to go. Have shoes will travel. So these are my beautiful SJPs. You've got the pink heel here. I bring these out on very special occasions. There haven't been many special occasions, obviously, during pandemic, as evident by the fact that, showering today was sort of a big deal. But, I think what's really more important than the shoe itself is what the shoe represents to me. It was a bit of a milestone for me. It was somebody who's a bit of an idol for me. There's history with her for me. She means something to me. I met her. She's lovely. She's that big. She's a pixie. She's teeny, weeny, tiny. She's tiny and she's skinny and short. And she's lovely. She's really quite lovely. So that means something to me. The fact that I sort of splurged on myself meant something to me, that I felt that I had accomplished a milestone and that I could buy them and could afford them and feel good about them. When I wear them, I feel fabulous. And so you all should have something like that too. Whatever it is, like if it's a physical thing or a place you go or a spa you attend or a party you throw or a piece of furniture, do it now. Don't wait. I think if we're learning anything, don't wait on doing things and seeing the people and calling the person and writing a note and sending a text or buying the shoes. I don't care what it is, do it. Because we've seen far too much devastation and life is short. And if you haven't learned that this year, I don't know what you've learned. yeah, so not to end on a down note, I want to end on an up note. So once again, Kim Miles, I'm in my closet. Eventually, I think I'm going to go live from my closet, live with Kim from her closet. This is news for my shoes. Again, you probably won't see me showered every week. I'll try to do it weekly. When I have something good to say, we'll talk about what's going on in the world. We'll talk about what's going on with me, and then I'll introduce you to a pair of my shoes. Again, the goal is, if I make one person smile or I bring a little bit of joy to one person, then I will have succeeded. Tabitha Brown, if you're listening, you have done that for me. I don't cook. I'm not a vegan, and I could watch you all day long. You could read the phone book and I'd watch, because you are delightful and you bring a smile to my face. So I'm trying to pay it forward, spread a little joy, wishing you a happy new year from my closet, right? I can lean back, all these clothes. I got to do like a little clothes audit. All down here behind me are boxes of shoes, and also in the other rooms. I don't think we're going to get to all of them, but I sure can try. So happy new year, everybody. Hope you tune in. Drop me an emoji if you had fun. Look out for news for my shoes live from inside Kim's closet. Mwah!